Hello everyone, this is JB Trader and welcome to Crypto Trading. Today I want to do a quick review of the current price action that the Bitcoin futures have had since they've been available in December. Right now I just want to take you through candle by candle on a daily chart and just kind of analyze price action. So on the day of its open, CME opened it on the 18th of December. Price opened here about 17.9 and closed for the day at about 19.5. Next day, we have a higher high. Okay, the price closed within the prior day's trading range. All right, so it went as high as 20,651, and then the next day, now we have a lower low. All right, so you want to keep track of your highs and lows. So this low was broken. So now we have a lower high and a lower low. That's consistent with a downtrend. And again, this is on a daily. And since we don't have a lot of price history, we don't have any data to go off of. So when we look to the left, I don't see, areas of resistance. I don't see areas of support down here. So that's why you have a lot of traders that really aren't trading it because we need more historical data to have price points that'll lead us to higher probability trades of working, either for a long or a short. Okay, but again, people have different reasons for trading the futures. You just want to be exposed to the Bitcoin prices and volatility without having to own any physical Bitcoin. It's a cash settled contract, and basically you're just speculating on future price of Bitcoin and buying or selling it today based upon what you think it'll be in the future. All right, so moving on. Another lower low. So this low was broken. That's a downtrend. Now remember what price was doing leading up to the availability of the futures contract. It was just on a super strong rally, right? In anticipation of the futures coming out. And then once it did, it just kind of made a high and it fell out. I'm going to color code this. I'm going to make this blue for my high. And this is the downtrend right here. This is the low. And you want to, play around with your chart, whatever looks good for your eyes, to help you to recognize things. All right, so this is a trend line, have a downtrend. This is the high, needs to be broken to continue to go up, to show strength. And this was the prior low. That was broken. So now this is the new low. Come on. There we go. I have snap on? Yeah, I got snap on. Okay. So try to always know your highs and lows, your breakout to the high number and your breakout to the downside number. You can put an alert on these lines so you'll get like a text or an email when these things happen if you're not in front of the computer all the time. Okay, I know what I want to do. I want to format that so I don't have to keep doing it. Whatever. So let's go, move on. Next day. Oh, we got another lower low. Downtrend is holding. Looks very, looks like a channel, it's very strong downtrend. Come on. What's going on with my lines? So annoying. Okay. All right, I'm going to clone you, give you a parallel, stick you right here. There's more than one way to do things on these platforms. Just keep that in mind. Where were we? Right there. Okay, so now we have a lower low and a lower high. Downtrend. Don't know how far I could go down. Don't know how high I could go up. I know if it comes up to here, this is an area of resistance. That's what we can see so far. Broke the low again. Broke the low again, but it did bounce. So it came close to that 12,000. Came to about 12,250 and had a very, good reaction off of that. A lot of buyers there waiting. Still on a downtrend. Now, I can kind of change the angle of this, make it a bit more steep. Now you can cut off the wicks. It's not a. Well, actually, no. Nope, because it's futures. Futures on the CME, it is regulated, it is centralized, so everyone's seeing the same numbers. So you kind of want to stay on the wicks and the tails for this. So that's your trend line. Next. So we have an area of support has proven itself at this price point of 12,250. All right, so now we have a slightly higher high. Bring you down here. So see how the prior trading day's high was broken. Now it closed right at the prior trading day's high. I'm going to give you a little style. All right, so that's where we're at. So showing some strength here. All right, so another higher high, higher low. All right, reversal in effect. People trade that, so wow, how come the whole thing isn't moving? Whatever. Okay. There we go. So this high, now it did close. It still closed right here at 14,676 about. So it didn't close above the prior day's high, but it did trade above it. Okay, showing some strength there. Now this downtrend is broken. So I'm going to take that off, and if you want, you could start an uptrend. Trend line. Nope. There you go. The low is broken again. So this is the last swing high here at 16,467 about, and it made a lower low. So it broke the prior day's low of 414, and it broke the low of the day before that. Now it closed here at 13,724, which is at the low of this day. See, a lot of these prices, they show up more than once, so that's why it's very important to map out your highs, your lows, your opens and close of each trading day. Key price points you always want to plot out. All right, so inside day traded within the prior day's trading range. Made a higher low, but not a higher high. Okay, so on this day we made a price traded above the prior day and below it. So it's this area of support is just holding. So it went lower. See how we're digging a little bit deeper each time into this area of support, which you want to pay attention to. There's something to be said for that. All right, so we kind of ate up this trading day's range, swallowed up this day's, which is good. Shows some strength, but all right, getting somewhere, trying anyway. Small trading day's range, we went slightly above the prior day's high, just a little bit, but still in this range. See how it's going up and down? That is a range. Same thing. area of indecision, price stayed about the same. The days open and close were very close together. There we go. Now we have some action. So we broke out of this range here. Price actually closed right at this day's, the last swing high's high of, you know, about that 16,550 area. But we did trade above it. So people who do like breakout trading, so if you went long because we broke out above this price point, you know, that's the gamble you take. Instead of waiting for price to come back down and get in long, you want to get in long because you want to make sure you don't miss it. And also, you know, you're going with the trend, and you don't want to miss the trade. So people get in long right here. That's why you have some trades here. Let's see how it turned out. And no. Yeah, so it failed. The next day, price failed to continue to go higher. It actually made a lower high and a lower low. Okay, price closed here at about the prior day's low. That's where it closed. So if you got in long here on a breakout, if you're an investor, you're still in it. If you have a stop, you know, you might have put your stop below here or even below here, but really it should be here. But that's huge. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Let's see how it's playing out. Again, this is predictable. You're in a range, so be careful trading a range. Some traders say range is the easiest chart to trade. You see where price is falling at areas of resistance, and you see where price is turning to the upside in areas of support, and it's just mapping it out for you there on the chart. Don't think too hard, just follow what it's been doing. So, yeah, so now we're going back down again. Okay. All right, so inside trading day here. We did not make a lower low, but we did not make a higher high. Still hovering around that 14,690 area. And then the next day we made a lower low. Traded lower than the last couple days. But this area of support is still holding. 13,520 still held. And just the movement, the up and down movement of a range is still playing out. All right, so on this day, we traded above the prior day's high and we traded below the prior day's low, and price closed below the prior day's low. So, you know, that can be a bearish day, and we're just kind of beating up this area of support. You know, how long is it going to last? Different traders have their style where trading in a range, they'll say, okay, if it hits up against support or resistance 2 times, it could break through on the 3rd, or 3 times, break through on the 4th, or 5 times. And you know, different products that you trade will behave differently, so it's good to learn the personality of whatever it is you're trading. You trade it for a while just to watch it. But trade inside from the edges until it breaks out. That's what you do with the range. Okay, so support has held. Price held. Held this low here. Now it didn't make a higher high, so it's not really strong, but the day did end on a bullish note. Closed up here. 13.9. Next day, higher low, higher high. Not by much, but it is. Okay. And now we have a lower high and a lower low, still in this little tight range right here. Now we have an even tighter range. Sorry. And that's it. That's all we got. That's where we're at right now. That is where we're at, my friend. So, key point. I'll go ahead and get the price up here. $12. I'm gonna snap this into place. When you snap it, you get an exact price. That's $12,265. And on the top, price trading is $20,650. Now this is the January contract, okay? January contract, which as you, it's hard to see, I'm sorry. This is BTCF18, F is in Frank. I'm going to make this bigger so you can see it. So right here, Bitcoin futures contract, F is for the January contract, 18 represents 2018. Each candle represents a day. All right, now you want to keep in mind that the last day to trade this January contract is the last Friday of each month, and the last Friday of this month is January 26th. And so it closes at 4 p.m. London time, okay? Now the contract settles on January 31st, the last day of the month. That's the settlement date. And also keep in mind that the 20% hard limit rule is in effect. It can be in effect on the last trading day. They won't halt the trading, but they will only allow trading to occur within that range. They won't allow trading to occur outside of 20% to the upside or the downside of the prior day's settlement price. All right? So there's some protection from extreme volatility on that date. Now, a lot of traders are waiting until after this first contract expires. They want to see what happens. How, high is the volatility going to be? How much of the price is going to start swinging around towards the last day of trading? It's unknown, so it's good to go off historical data and behavior of whatever it is you're trading. And so the February contract expires, well, the last day to trade it is February 23rd, and the settlement date is the 28th. So keep that in mind if you want to start trading the February one. All right, so here's your range, high and low. We're in a tight range right here. It's kind of consolidating sideways, and yeah, if it breaks to the downside, I don't see any areas of support here. If it breaks to the upside and breaks this high of 16,520, you still have a lot to get through up here. Any one of these days can be an area of resistance. Any one of these. You just never know what will work. There's still some sell orders there. Gosh darn it. What's going on with my charts? All right, well, thanks for joining me, and yeah, just keep your eye on these price points. Happy trading and safe trading. See you later. Bye.